How long are we going to do this for?
It is getting a little boring.
I mean, when was the last time you went out of the city?
Out of the city? It's been long. We've got anything in mind?
I mean, I was thinking since we are in Delhi, let's just go to Leh.
To Leh?
Yep.
Yeah, but that is a lot of days.
Who said anything about stopping? I'm saying let's go to Leh.
What, like non-stop?
Yeah. You've already seen it. You
don't have to stop
midway.
Okay, but what are we driving?
Not bad, right?
Not bad at all, but that is a big bag.
It's heavy, but clearly we are not short on space.
Yeah, if you make some space for me, but thank God the Brezza has a big boot.
Yep. Nice loading lip as well.
Yeah, it's quite comfortable
And,
to load.
oh yeah. Now who's carrying more clothes?
My bag is still smaller than yours.
Okay.
But yeah.
I mean, we can still add some more if you want.
No, this is good enough.
Sure?
Yeah. Cool, let's go.
And so it began, our journey to the mountains. A spark that ignited over a dull game of chess could now very well be the light to one of our most audacious road trips ever. And our choice of wheels? India's most loved SUV, the Vitara Brezza. Before Delhi's rush hour took over the highways, we hurried through the capital city of India, cherishing the smooth, soft tarmac as we knew the roads up would be worse. Believe it or not, that's how abrupt our trip was. And that's exactly how enthusiasts kill time. Driving like it's the end of the world. Driving to stunning locations in an equally capable vehicle. It's not just the refinement that impressed us. The Brezza's 1.5-litre petrol engine kept inching towards the destination with such confidence and efficiency. Benefits of a 4-cylinder engine were all the more evident, and it kept gulping the long stretch of open straights of Haryana and Punjab. On the other hand, our delicate bodies just couldn't resist the urge for a quick break. So we decided to try Punjab's famous banta and some freshly squeezed orange juice.
Where have we reached?
We are in Himachal Pradesh.
Already?
Yeah. Quite some time ago actually. We are 350 kilometers out of Delhi.
Oh, how did I not hear anything?
Well, that's the thing, with highway driving, you need a cabin that is as comforting as this, and that the Brezza has. As you spoke about the NVH levels,
Yeah.
they're good, aren't
I
they?
mean, but there are like long straight driving roads. Weren't you bored? You could have woken me up.
No, they weren't a problem because obviously the Brezza comes with cruise control. So I used it, and I use it quite extensively.
In fact, the cabin was so cozy that Jay managed to sleep plentiful as I soaked in some beautiful sceneries around me. Himachal Pradesh is like any other state. On one side, it has these green mountains with rivers flowing between them, and on the other hand, there are towering mountains with almost no plantation on them. The views were spectacular, but as is with every challenging terrain, we encountered some battered sections of roads that had taken some serious beating due to the heavy rainfall in the state. The wide ground clearance of the Brezza ensured we climbed over hurdles and inched towards the destination as the local authorities were busy clearing the roads for the highway movement. Still, both of us were distracted by the driving experience. Tall mountains on one side and vigorously flowing rivers on the other, and the skies transformed from a clear blue to a darker shade as the evening progressed.
But what I notice now are these lights on the side, and the mountains are lit up with these, speck of lights, and it looks beautiful.
And
Feeling a little tired now, but still don't want to give up. And the Brezza is just
Unbelievable. I know the car is good. I'm not saying that, but just enough of hogging. Let me drive for a change.
Well, we are are in Manali, but
We are.
it feels slightly different.
Eventually, we paid our green taxes to finally enter Manali. But it looked different, not only because of the wider, newer roads that were very well lit, but also because of the time of the day that we came here. The roads were all ours to exploit as the tourists were comfortably snug in their beds, which means we again zipped past the city in mere minutes, an episode which would have otherwise taken at least a few hours. What helped us drive faster was the bright illumination from the Brezza's all-LED headlamp setup, and the glare from the lights reflected the next mile marker which highlighted Rohtang Pass.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're not going to Rohtang Pass.
Oh yes.
We are taking I know we've not discussed this because we are only focused about driving also and going to Leh, but yes, Atal Tunnel. I've not been there since it's been constructed. Neither have you.
Yep. Atal Tunnel is much closer right now.
The curves and the bends before the Atal Tunnel were ours to exploit, and we quickly made it to the entrance of it.
So, impressed?
Impressed, certainly. I mean, it isn't as challenging as I thought it would. The approach road is very nice. They've made the roads up to the tunnel are really good, and the tunnel itself, it's very modern.
Yeah.
It is, of course, a very significant milestone on this trip, and for the nation as well. Something that we all can be proud of.
Definitely.
And a lot of things here to admire. The signboards,
Yeah.
no photography, no overtaking. 60 is the speed limit.
But like you said, there is a speed limit for 60, and if you don't want to just sort of monitor your speedometer, just engage cruise control.
Oh, I've already done that, by the way. Cruise control is engaged. That's why I can relax myself, look
Yeah.
around, and what also helps is the slidable armrest.
Yeah.
Put it in a very comfortable position, relax, and just admire this engineering marvel. This feels like a great achievement. Atal Tunnel was incredible, and
What? Finally, are you happy now? You
yeah,
drove
it
through the-
was a great milestone for me. Driving through Atal Tunnel. I mean, what a great achievement by.
Good, good. Congrats on your achievement. Please pull over and let me drive.
Fine. I think it's getting a little cold as well.
It took me a little while to adjust myself in the bag, but eventually, I was able to rest my body after those many hours of driving. Soon, there was light and we were on the final stretch of our leg, rushing through yet another good section of road that we found. After what felt like an eternity, we finally saw civilization in form of small towns and shops, indicating our progress towards the destination. And just like Manali, we entered Leh in an unusual hour, which meant the locals were just waking up, which also meant we could make hastier progress.
I finally see a large monastery on top of that hill, which means we are very close to Leh. I'm certain we are.
We are in Leh, actually,
Yeah.
to be honest, because, and I think you're not familiar because of the hour that we've come into, because usually we don't enter Leh at this time.
It's
but
usually
because
towards
we-
the end of the day,
Exactly.
but this is the
We've been
start of the day.
Driving through the night. And I mean, just look at these shops. They are closed. Everyone's sort of slowly waking up. The town is coming to, the whole day is about to start. I think that's pretty much perfect, because otherwise this is absolutely packed with tourists.
Yes.
You have these cabbies everywhere. So I think this is the perfect time to actually explore Leh and to see what the town is all about. Little houses, a lot of traditional sort of construction, and I think that's really beautiful. That's what makes Leh as such a pretty town to be.
So we've arrived in the morning.
Yep.
And we've arrived relatively fresh. Obviously, that's
Very.
thanks to the Brezza, quite comfortable.
Yeah.
and quite a good vehicle to do such long distance trips. But where in Leh are we going?
Us being driving enthusiasts, even if you want to ride or drive, even if you like driving or riding, there's only one place around Leh that you absolutely have to go, and that is arguably Khardungla, one of the highest motorable passes in the world.
Yeah, you've justified it in such a way that I think that is a perfect end to the journey.
After what seemed to be an arduous and frankly ridiculous idea, we managed to put it all in practice. And needless to say, it was the Maruti Brezza that shined through it all. It took on everything that was thrown at it with ease, and at the end of it all, we came out of it smiling. It's adventures like these that bring out the best in you, and in this case, the best in your car as well. And while the trip comes to an end, it only means we get to plan for the next one.
What magnificent views these are.
I know, it's extremely beautiful.
I know, the blue skies, the clouds, the shadow of the clouds on these snow-capped mountains, it's just pristine. Wow, how high up are we?
Very, like extremely high.
I know, because those mountains that looked tall when we were in Leh city, they look like anthills in front of these tall mountains. And of course, this is one of the most, highest motorable pass. Are we there yet?
Like you said, I mean, perfect timing because
because I could see the flags and
clearly the tourists. And finally, we are there.
This was great.
I mean, reaching all the way through Leh, all the way up Khardungla, one of the highest motorable passes in the world.
I am so glad we took this challenge.
I mean,
so glad we are still not playing chess.
Did you doubt the Brezza though?
Doubt it? Yes, initially when we started in Delhi, because this is, the ground clearance, it not having four-wheel drive capabilities.
Yeah.
But throughout our trip, even on all these varied terrains that we passed, the Brezza just performed. It exceeded my expectations, to be honest. The engine, the torque.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, even the ground clearance. I mean,
it wasn't an issue at all.
Exactly, it's a compact SUV, and the SUV-ness truly sort of came out of it.
Yep.
I mean, look at the state of it. This is the hallmark of a true blue SUV. When it's dusty, when it's covered in, all the sort of weather that it's come through, the terrain it's come through. And I think that is something Brezza should be really proud of, because not once did it phase. We ourselves are completely battered.
We are battered. Oh, I mean,
24 hours in the car, night driving, the lights, the engine, the ground clearance. I mean, I don't think there's a problem. This thing can go back the same road.
Yep.
But can we? Would you want to do it non-stop again?
Where to?
You tell me. This time you decide. I decided here. You can surprise me.